You guys are fast. That took 38 seconds for the first comments. I don't think they can see you.
No, not yet.
Lots of great comments coming in. I'll start maybe at 7:02-ish, but the box came in the mail today. Turn this off. That's better. Trees are awesome. We love our tree. We get it from the same place in DC every year, and then we take it on the bus. And usually it doesn't leave too many needles on the floor of the bus, but unfortunately, the place we get ours from is closing, right?
Yeah, they're building a condo or something.
Yeah, they're relocating. So I'm not saying this will be the last year we take our tree on the bus, but it'll be the last year we take our tree on that bus.
RIP 33, which is now what, D80?
Yeah. Seeing a lot of friends in the comments, so that's exciting. I feel like Wednesday night, 7 p.m. is a good time. Thank you, UPS guy. Okay. We'll wait just a few more minutes till we got a few more people, and then we'll do the unboxing. So I got 100,000 subscribers, I think the weekend before Thanksgiving, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was on a Sunday. You can come sit here if you want to. You don't have to, but and then it was on a Sunday, and then it was a solid week until I got the email saying you're eligible to pick it up. And then it's quite a process. Like, you fill out your name yourself, your address obviously, and then they said it'll be about 1 to 2 weeks, and it was about a week and a half. So, but it came. You picked it up, and this is what the box looks like. This is the back. It's more boring. All right, I will open the box in just a few minutes. Can you put off your bedtime for just a few minutes? Oh, that's a great question. What's my opinion on the fact that they're going to replace the pre-metro with an electric bus? I'm actually working on that video right now. It'll be up in a couple of weeks, but obviously you know how I generally feel about replacing trains with buses.
Boo. That's why our page is called Trains Are Awesome.
Yes. I went on a bus trip. I filmed a bus trip for you guys last week that I thought that was going to be the last video I ever filmed. That was well, you'll see, but it was quite unsafe. Right here in the DMV. Oh, hello to my father-in-law. He's right there.
Yep. My dad.
How do I feel about the Reddit Elimination Wheel series? I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but I'm not on Reddit every day, but when I do open it and that's the first thing I see, I'm like, glad somebody's having fun. Okay, Lindsay's gonna start cutting the tape. I'm just gonna cut the tape off. Just so this doesn't become the most boring thing to ever watch. But yeah, if you have any questions in the chat, I'll try to respond to them. Thank you everybody for the warm congratulations, but mostly thank you for being on this journey with me. I got an email last week that it's been 11 years since I started the channel. And I mean, if you'd asked me 11 years ago, are you still gonna be doing this when you're an adult in your late 20s, I would have been like, I don't know, maybe, hopefully. But if you had asked me, are you gonna get Louie.
Louie.
It's just our neighbors. If you had asked me,
Louie, come here. Come join us, mister.
are you gonna get 100,000 subscribers? I would have said never.
Come here.
This is
Come here.
totally unbelievable, and it makes me so happy. And especially, I'm so happy to see so many people in the chat tonight that have been with us for so long, and have always been so encouraging, emailing me, messaging me on Instagram, and of course leaving great comments. That it kind of feels like you're all a part of this. So without further ado, shall we open the box? Louis, I'm opening a cardboard box. It's your favorite thing. There he is.
Come here, Voodoo.
And of course, you're standing right in the way. Okay,
Okay, got you.
so this is the box it came in. It's got YouTube on it.
That's it so far. Just cover.
Some black foam. It smells really strong, actually.
Stinky.
Okay. Oh, it comes with, I think, a little business card for the company that actually.
Yeah, it says
Produces
congrats
it.
on your subscriber milestone. It's from the Society Awards company. Thanks, Rick, for congratulating us.
All right. At the top, you've got this letter, and it says, "Do you remember your first subscriber?" It was probably me, so yes. Your 100th, no, or your 1000th.
Yep, that was my cousin.
I
That was the first Christmas that we were together, which I think was 2019.
Yeah. So for 1000th subscriber was 6 years ago. Chances are you do, and we know that you'll definitely remember your 100,000th subscriber, which was my lovely sister. She waited 11 years to make an account just so she could be number 100,000. So I had them on FaceTime as the thing was ticking on the TV. Okay, let's keep reading. Your fans may have found you while searching YouTube, learned about you through a friend, or maybe you showed up as a recommended video. No matter how they came to your channel, your audience stayed and their numbers increased because of you and the community you've built. We're proud to honor your impressive milestone of reaching 100,000 subscribers with the Silver Creator Award. Congratulations. There's a little bit more, but there's the letter.
Just more words saying good job.
Lots of words. Okay. I feel like we need to do another reveal because I'm an influencer now. We have to draw this out. Ta-da!
Ooh. Ooh, Louie, you want to sniff it? Look.
That's beautiful.
We got the Louie sniffs of approval.
There are no spelling mistakes on there because I made this myself. Okay. Here it is. It's a little bit lighter than I was expecting, which is good because I do think I want to hang this up.
Yeah, I was worried it was gonna like break our wall.
Yeah.
It fell off or something.
Take it out of the protective cover. Ooh. Somehow that made it shinier.
Just you're trying to cuddle?
Yes. Here we go. If we hung it up like so the tree reflected it, that would look so pretty.
Yeah, that's a good idea. It's hard to see what that would look like now, but
So this is it. It says presented to Trains Are Awesome for passing 100,000 subscribers. Got kind of this matte metal and then the shiny chromy metal inside. And the back is felt, and it's conveniently got holes in it to make it easy to hang up. So that's probably what we're gonna do once we figure out
where to put it.
Because our apartment is basically a one bedroom. So our living room, we have kind of more of a vintage thing going on the wall, and then our bedroom right now, one of the walls has just all my train posters. Like I think it's half Metra.
Yeah. Mostly because Metro just makes a lot of posters.
Metro started a merch store today, and they sell like 15 different shower curtains. Can you go off? Good job. But the train wall is cool because we also have like posters that they gave us at the Acela launch. I've got an old Tokyo Metro map up there, old CTA map, some stuff from WMATA that was ethically sourced.
Expired posters.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, for anybody who's just joining, here's the plaque. It's beautiful. I really love that
Louis proud of you. He's giving
Excuse
you
me.
a kiss of approval.
I really love that they recognize you with something tangible like this. Sometimes with YouTube, I'm like, oh, all my videos are just, out in cyberspace. And sometimes it can kind of feel almost not real. And this is like a real physical reminder of like the community we've built, the adventures we've been on, the struggle with editing, and the journey of self-improvement. I think one thing I love about my own YouTube and when I see some other creators is when there's growth and improvement, I think that I've improved a lot. But at the same time, I always want to just come across as just a guy with a camera, nothing fancy. So yeah, let's see if there's any chats I need to respond to. People saying the
Make
dog
it
is
the star.
cute.
I don't know if our tree would work because the top of our tree is so skinny. I can barely put our little star up there to begin with, but I do like the idea.
And our tree is kind of a teeny bit slanted.
Yeah, I can't get it to go straight up and down. That's really bothering me.
We tried to fix it.
Like 3 times, and it's just, I don't know. I think it's just the way it is.
It doesn't slant any more than it does. It's just like, I'm comfortable and don't you dare adjust. Oh, somebody's saying your channel is also why I started my channel. That's great. Yeah, as long as you do what makes you happy and what you're interested in. Like I said, getting to 100,000 has been an almost 11-year journey for me. And that's because my goal was never to be big or to be an influencer or whatever. My goal was always to share my hobby, my passion with other people. And I was talking to a high school friend about this just the other day, how kind of all throughout high school, I had, like, my channel was very small. And I think that kind of allowed me to have a more normal youth, if that makes sense. Like, I think my attitude towards things would have been very different had it immediately taken off, and I would have been like, oh, this is what I need to do. Now I get to do it as one of my jobs.
Someone's asking what my favorite transit system is.
Ooh.
I feel like in America, probably the WMATA system, just because I like it, but I do miss the elevated tracks from Chicago. Although I will say that WMATA is a little bit quicker than the L.
Yeah.
But I would say worldwide.
Be bit.
I've only been to a few, so I think I don't know. I really liked Portugal's for some reason, like when we were in Lisbon, but.
That is nice. The trams are fun. They're from the 20s, I think. They just go up these steep hills and narrow streets. Somebody asked me if I'm going to ride the new MARTA trains, and that is an absolute yes, because I think they're the most gorgeous trains in the U.S. right now. No, that is not a kitty. That is my 38-pound dog.
This is Louis. He's a poodle.
He's a poodle.
He's a little bit cuddly right now. Hi, Louis. Say hi.
Have I been to the Metro Christmas pop-up shop? Not yet.
We did walk past it the other day, though.
Yes, but we had.
But we did not have time. We were on the way to something else, so.
Maybe we can go.
We could probably go tomorrow.
Or Friday.
Or Friday, yeah.
Yeah, we'll go Friday, but we won't tell you what time. Haha. Has anybody been to the shop they had this fall in the Metro headquarters?
That one was awesome. We
the-
definitely got a lot of stuff from
The
that.
merch there was supreme. It was.
You have to wear your sweatshirt in some of your videos.
Oh yeah, I should. I got a really nice, like, vintagey sweatshirt. Okay, I think we're gonna stay on for another 5 minutes or so because we actually have some people coming over. So if you have any questions that you would like either myself or Lindsay to answer,
Oh, someone is asking, when do you think the Purple Line will actually open? I hope that it would be nice if they would open the section that actually works, but I know that they're planning to open it all at the same time, so that's probably not going to happen. But
spring 2028 is my guess. Oh, Josh went to the pop-up shop this afternoon. Hey Josh, how are you enjoying living in Rem City? And somebody's mentioning the Metro merch store, which we just talked about. Are there any trains that are not awesome? Who?
did Brightline just join? Oh no, that's
No.
I was like, oh my gosh. I don't know.
Anything built by Alstom. Just kidding.
Trains that don't run anymore.
I mean, I think
all the
trains,
retired Japanese ones that you miss.
yeah,
Those ones are no longer awesome because they're gone.
they've been inscripted into the Hall of Awesomeness. But I think trains are awesome, like capital letter T trains, like trains as a concept are awesome. And with anything good or awesome, there can be some bad apples. But in general, trains are awesome.
There's gonna be a new metro line.
No, it's a new line of Rockford.
Yeah, Rockford, Illinois.
Okay. Is Lindsay a rail fan, or does Tom just force her to be on camera?
I mean, been doing it for long enough. I better be a real fan. But I'd say I enjoy the travel. I am not as much on camera usually because I like to take the videos myself. But I do enjoy taking the train. And I'm glad that we got rid of our car.
We've been car free since
December of 2021.
Right.
So
yeah,
coming up on 4 years.
And that's when we lived in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Which that was difficult, having to take the rapid everywhere.
But it was cool because we lived right where both the bus to your job and to my school stopped. So
that was convenient.
We took the bus a lot, and then we had bikes. Grand Rapids is not a bicycle city like DC is, but I can only think of one dangerous situation I ever found myself in.
Oh, somebody's asking a question.
Do I have a Metro holiday sweater? No, I have an Amtrak one though.
I could have you unbox something else if you want.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that. Somebody says, I think trains in Croatia are definitely not awesome. Oh my, do I have a Croatia story? But you've probably maybe seen it. A friend and I were taking the train through Croatia, and there was track construction, and they just kicked us off the train. We had to walk across all the tracks to a bus, and then the bus was driving on this really narrow road. And then there was this truck carrying like a windmill blade coming the other direction. So the bus driver, who was on his phone, just had to back us into a field. It was a wild experience.
Our favorite Metro line? I would say probably blue or yellow, just because I like the ride that goes outside, and I feel like when going through that area of Virginia is pretty to see, and you can see the other trains, close to like all the Amtrak lines and anything else that goes over there. But I also like going over the bridge on yellow. I think that's one of my favorite things, all the airplanes. And then sometimes you can catch a train every once in a while going on the other bridge. What's that one? The CSX one?
The Long Bridge.
The Long Bridge, yeah.
Which is going to be closed from 8 to 1 every day starting in January. Yellow Line video coming December 31st. So stay tuned for that. What's better, Chicago or Baltimore? Better in what? Transit? Because I'd have to say Chicago. But as a city, I feel like I'm not in a place to judge where people live. I actually come to Baltimore quite a bit these days. So I'm gaining a little bit of a new appreciation for it. Definitely happy to live in DC. I think this is a beautiful city. Yeah, no?
Yeah, move your arm. He can get out.
Is there a USA commuter rail you're curious to ride? I kind of just want to finish. Like, I feel like I've done a majority now, so I just want to do the rest. I'm very curious about Nashville, Orlando. The Rail Runner looks like a lot of fun in New Mexico. When am I coming back to Boston? No plans right now, but we should go again.
Mm-hmm.
We love Boston. Somebody reminding me that I still have not done a Metra Milwaukee West video. Look, off. Oh. Excuse me.
Come here, over here. Go
Um,
on the couch.
okay, we're gonna wrap up in like 2 minutes.
Go on the couch. Okay. Let's go together then. Come on, Lloyd.
What do I think the CTA could do better?
Come on.
Not too long ago, I rode the Forest Park branch, so they could do that better.
Yeah, the tracks there always sucked. I used to take the Blue Line quite frequently, and I was always quite shocked about how slow it would go there. I think it's embarrassing when the traffic on the highway goes faster than the trains that have no traffic, but that's just me.
Okay, somebody asked, do you miss your home? By that, I'm assuming you mean the Netherlands, because I've lived in a couple different places. There are definitely parts of the Netherlands I miss. I was fortunate enough to be able to go back twice this year, and see some of the people that I dearly love. So that was good. And then a very persistent question, do I love Brightline? I think it's really cool what Brightline did, like running frequent intercity rail service in a state that you might not expect it. I think Brightline should have less crossings. I know ultimately drivers are responsible for being on the tracks, but at the end of the day, like from a business perspective, like don't you kind of want to avoid damage to your
Your product.
yeah. And then obviously Brightline is great as long as you don't talk about it as if it's high-speed rail. It's intercity rail, which the US needs more of, and we should be emphasizing that. Speaking of the Netherlands, somebody says gefeliciteerd, dank u wel. Happy Christmas. Can we get you to ride the New Orleans streetcar system? I really want to. I'm thinking about maybe in the spring doing a Mardi Gras video, because fun fact about me is I've been to 48 states. The two I have not been to yet are Alaska and Louisiana. So a New Orleans video is definitely on the horizon. I just have to book it. What do I do for work outside of YouTube? So I have a master's in international relations, and so I do work kind of in that field. And part of what I do is in Baltimore, ironically, even though I live in DC. But at this moment, doing YouTube is definitely the more enjoyable job. Okay, let's show the play button one more time for people that might have joined later. This is it. It's gonna get a nice place in our apartment somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Did somebody not know that I live in the DMV? That's funny. Been here for almost 3 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And we really like it. Still lots of DC related videos to do. I actually filmed 2 last week. And then there's a lot more history stuff I want to do because those are the most fun. You got to do a lot of digging and a lot of traveling, but the reward is worth it. Okay. They're like, oh, I was wondering why you had so much DMV content. Yep, because I could just walk out of my house and start filming. Okay. Well, anyway, thank you everybody for hopping on the live stream, but more importantly, thank you everybody for being part of Trains Are Awesome. When I was a kid, I was kind of the only person I knew that was really into trains. And sometimes people thought I was weird. And then I started making videos and I started meeting more people, and now some of my best friends in the whole world also really like trains. I've managed to convince Lindsay to love trains. And if there's one message that I want to that I want to send out to all of you. It's that you do not have to be embarrassed about what you're passionate about and what your hobby is. There are other people, and we can be a community together. Somebody called me Ed Sheeran. I feel like that's a good place to stop. Good night, everybody.